So we both had these models of long-term committed relationships. That's probably part of what gave me this sense like, well, we just got to make this work. And to shift that to, no, wait, I want to make this work, which means I need to keep growing and learning about who I am and both my gifts, but also the way I think out loud, and Marcy pays attention to everything I say, and maybe once in a while I could spend a little bit more time internally pondering, and also invite Marcy to share some of what's inside her with me. But to do that, I need to stop talking long enough to allow that to happen.
The other thing that saved our marriage was the Myers-Briggs.
Yeah. ENFP.
Understanding those pieces.
ENFJ.
INFJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big I, big J. And big E and big... big...
right. And mostly, just that learning that we process differently, externally and internally. And it's not good or bad, it's just really different. But not having a clue about that early on. So, but continuing, I mean, Carol, your question is what initially drew us and what has kept us. I think there has been this both desire to learn and grow together, but also a sense that, wow, I'm really with the partner who shows up around all of that and has ideas and suggestions and people to talk with or things to read. And I want to do that.
I think that I think we have continued to grow, and not just together. I think we've grown individually. We've each had at different stages of our life opportunities to take a deeper dive into one thing or another, and we've each been supportive of each other in that. I think for me it's been important to have a sense of my own independence and of separateness, even as we're a couple, to feel my own individuality and have that honored. So, I think the fact that we actually shared 20 plus years of work together as husband and wife, which was an incredible gift and not easy. I think our own individual journeys with that and capacity to be together in it really rested on that dance between dependence or interdependence and independence. When we first got married and we were so young, I was all about the we. I was so, I had a lot of idealistic, romantic notions of what we were going to do together and how we now as a couple, it was very much we. Rick was all about the I, or much more so, and that was partly his early career. He was like, okay, marriage is settled. I need to go out and make my mark here. So his focus was there. So we were really kind of missing each other initially around some of that, or just having unspoken assumptions that got us into trouble. As we've gone through our lives, and I actually suspect this happens for many women, I've moved more toward the I, and Rick has moved more toward the we. And so at this point in our lives, it's a fascinating thing to talk about what do we want in our lives? And I actually often start with, well, what I want is, or I really want to make sure I've got time for X. And Rick will want to say, let's plan what trips we're going to do together. And so we sort of need to do that dance. And I think you had the career success, you had the sense of accomplishment with that, and now we're not doing that so much any longer. So your focus is back here, and I'm still, and I'm maybe just feeling empowered and finally free a bit to go off and do some other things. So I don't know. Do you think that creates tension? I'm just trying to make it as an observation, I guess.
Well, sure, it creates tension, and I think it's predominantly a good tension.
Yeah.
There's two.